Welcome back to the Cossy Ask the channel. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is a topic I've wanted to discuss for a while. Who is Arsenal's best signing so far from the summer? And we have had a very successful summer because all the signings that we have actually brought in have either had a very good start, some impact, or they're promising that they're going to be very, very good players, a part of this team. So let me know in the comment box below, who has been your signing of the summer so far? We have seen Eze's prowess, we have seen Eze's impact in terms of just propelling this team forward, and us having a number 10 that can stay alive to chance creation and just maybe feed the players in behind. We've seen Martin Zubimendi, the way he fits in, the way he just needs the needle. He just does a very, very good job. We have seen Muscara come in for William Saliba even earlier in the campaign and does a very good job. We have seen Kepa in goal, Christian Nogard, Noni Madueke at the start of the campaign. Who has been your signing of the season so far? Who has impressed you the most? And why? Because this is not going to be an easy video. It's one where you might get a little bit contradicting, but strap in and let's get into it. So if you ask me who has been my signing of the season so far, I really can't tell you one player, but what I can do is run through all the signings that we have made, look at what they brought to the team, and then at the end of this video, I'll tell you who I think has had the most impact, and therefore is the signing of the season so far. For me, it's not about how beautifully you have fit in, it's about the impact that you have brought to this team. Let's start off with Martin Zubimendi, because with Martin Zubimendi, like I said in the summer, this wasn't going to be an easy job for him. It wasn't going to be an easy role. You're coming into a team that really appreciates Thomas Partey. And that is not over-exaggeration. That is like understanding how much Arsenal really relied on Thomas Partey. The players understood him. The players really trusted him that much, right? You could look at Declan Rice going further forward because he knows Partey was there sitting deep. You could look at Martin Odegaard pushing forward, getting into those pockets between Saka and the centre forward because he knows behind him there was Thomas Partey. And if you were Martin Zubimendi, you had to come in and exhibit that level of trust. Like, you had to come in and command that level of trust. He's done it beyond. He's really done it beyond. Not to mention, he's already scored 2 goals in the Premier League. But he's one of the players that I love to get on the ball, because the 2 players in the Premier League that, and there are more honestly, but I want you to watch these 2 players in the Premier League when they're on the ball. Number 1 is Martin Zubimendi, and the other is Adam Wharton at Crystal Palace. Whenever they get on the ball, the brain is thinking of passing the ball forward. Now, if you've realized, Arsenal still pass the ball backwards, and a lot, right? But that is part of Mikel Arteta's strategy to, build up slowly, let the opposition come and attack so that we can exploit the spaces they're leaving in behind. That is deliberate. But the one thing you've noticed about Arsenal this season is when our number 6 is on the ball, many players are actually not dropping deep, but they're actually going forward. That is Eze, that is Saka, that is Trossard. They're having much better starting positions, and that means that Arsenal are a little bit more trusting, and we can get the ball high up the pitch very, very easily and very well. In fact, it's a very, very big disservice that Odegaard is not playing in this team. He deserves it. He deserves it. He's worked for it. Like, Odegaard being in front of Rice and Zubimendi, it means he doesn't have to drop very deep. He just needs to stay, near the center line. It's as simple as that. Near the center line, and Zubimendi has got the ability to punch the ball into Odegaard, and then Odegaard has the ability to play that ball into the attacking players, the Ezes and the Sakas of this world. So for me, Zubimendi is definitely one of the signings of the summer overall in the Premier League, not just at Arsenal. He's done remarkably well. He's come into a new league. He's fitting very well in a system that Mikel Arteta obviously has needed for some time. And he has actually come and become the metronome. And I am not complaining, and you are not complaining as well. The second one is Noni Madueke. And with Noni Madueke, all of us have got to do apology videos. All of us need to do apology videos. And I'm not going to do an apology video until you guys apologize to Noni Madueke in the comment section. Because I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one who doubted him. I wasn't the only one. But Mikel Arteta is such a genius. He's such a good manager, isn't he? When he talked about Noni, he said he's got the qualities that we know can take this team to the next level, and he's got some qualities that we need right in this team. And I sat down and I remember there's a video. I don't know if I still have the thumbnail. I could show you. I did a video on Noni Madueke, and I remember saying, I remember saying that I think I understand why Arsenal signed Noni Madueke. That was later on, after doing my research. And enter this season, Saka picks up that injury. Obviously, he's been struggling, and you can see he's still struggling even into the campaign. And boy, oh boy, Noni Madueke is havoc. Noni Madueke is problems. Noni Madueke is chaos. There's some parts of his game that I've got to improve, and that's why many Arsenal fans, including myself, were like, why are we bringing Noni Madueke? He ain't clinical, and his production is down. But that is coachable. That can be improved on, right? Does he take on players 1v1? Yes, he does. Does he attack spaces? Yes, he does. Does he keep a high starting position? Yes, he does. Does that help Arsenal? Yes, it does. Is he direct? Is he, does he care? No, he doesn't. He is direct. He will pick up the ball and drive into the penalty area. So, for me, Noni Madueke has created this kind of confidence that we wanted, that if Saka ain't there, or if Saka is not really on his good day, we can bring on Noni Madueke. Imagine yesterday, Tyrick Mitchell, you're dealing with Saka, and of course they did a very good job. They doubled down on Saka. Whenever Saka was on the ball, I think it was Tyrick Mitchell, and then Mark Gehi as well coming down to help him. A lot of the time, and that was very, very good from Crystal Palace. Was a very, very good part of their game, and how they kind of remained alive in the game. But Madueke needs his flowers, deserves his flowers, and for me, if someone tells me my signing of the summer has been Noni Madueke, I would not complain. I think the question with Noni Madueke is, does he have it in him? Because he's also English. Does he have the ability to raise his level and go past Saka and maybe starting games over Saka? Because Saka is second captain at Arsenal. Does he have that ability to do that? Well, we'll wait and see. Well, the next one for me is Victor Gyökeres. We need to talk about Victor Gyökeres because he has scored 5 goals in 6 or 7 Premier League games that he has played. Not Premier League games, but games all season that he has played at the Emirates Stadium. And that tells you something, right? The problem with Victor Gyökeres is about feeding. And I'm not going to lie. It's about feeding. He's one of the players that definitely make the right runs. He gets into very good pockets. The question is Trossard willing to find him? Is Saka willing to find him? This season, we haven't created enough. I don't want to lie. But I want you to go and watch a video. It's on the Adam Cleary football channel. The channel is called SCFC. And he did a video called Why Arsenal Are Better with Victor Gyökeres. And when he did that video, I was like, it is YouTube hyperbole until I watched the video. And yes, Arsenal are better with Victor Gyökeres. Because what Victor Gyökeres does, he stretches the back line of any bloody opposition. He stretches the back line. He stretches all defenses. And when he does that, that creates chances and creates spaces, in front of the defense. That is where players like Eze thrive. That is where players like Trossard thrive, and that is where players like Martinelli thrive. That is where players like Odegaard thrive. So he really stretches backlines. That's number one. Number two, why you've got to pay attention to Victor Gyökeres, even without scoring a lot of goals, is the forward runs. Arsenal is a team that is very, very skeptical and very, very scared of making forward runs. He doesn't care. He will make forward runs, and that when he makes that forward run and the ball is played into him, that means that everyone has got to move high up the pitch. And I love it. I really, really do. I hate it when my team is passing sideways and sideways and sideways and sideways, and we're not going anywhere. Victor Gyökeres doesn't really care about that. Get me the ball, and I'm going to move into space, and I'm going to move forward. Either you join me or you don't. And there's so many times when he has lost the ball because he doesn't have support, but that is going to come down a lot, right? The team is going to get used to him, and they will know that Gyökeres is a player that loves going forward. So when he's on the ball, let us all move forward and give him backup. But I think what he has revolutionized is Arsenal's center forward play and hold up play. If you've noticed Raya this season, Raya is going long a lot. Have you noticed it? You must have, because it is frustrating. And most of the time, obviously, the ball doesn't go into Victor Gyökeres, but it is deliberate that Arsenal are going forward, are going long, other than just starting out from the back all the time. And the reason for that is we want to get the ball high up the pitch very quickly. And we have a tool that allows us to do that even better in Victor Gyökeres. So he's really, really done well. It's just about the goals, and then he will be absolutely all right. Christian Muscara. My surprise with Muscara is three things. One, you can't be that good. You're a cheat code. Two, he's young. Three, he was a cheap deal. Like, Christian Muscara is the epitome of Arsenal's scouting. Like, if you ask me, what shows that Arsenal really did very good scouting last summer? I could talk about Piero Hincapié. I could talk about Martin Zubimendi. I could talk about Noni Madueke. I could talk about Eze. But it was Christian Muscara, wasn't it? Like, Christian Muscara came in early in the season as a new signing, right? And he didn't show any nerves. And of course, it's gonna be nervy, isn't it? It's gonna be nervy. It's gonna be scary. But he didn't show any nerves. And yesterday he came on against Crystal Palace. William Saliba picking up that injury, and he's okay, right? He settles in, clears the ball very well, passes the ball very well. He's getting into the right areas. He's so comfortable. He's so confident. And when you play when you're playing side by side with Gabriel Magalhaes, maybe you get that. But this guy, Saliba, needs to come back very quickly. Otherwise, he might make Arsenal fans forget William Saliba. That is a bit of an overstatement, but I've also wanted to highlight how good he is and how good he can be. Eberechi Eze. We have seen enough of him. He has already scored in the Premier League. He has already scored for Arsenal in cup competitions. His creativity is there. There is one reason why I love Eze being in this Arsenal team. Wait for it. His starting position. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But I love Eze's starting position. And it's one reason why Arsenal find themselves progressing the ball quicker than we did last campaign. Because last season, you could have Saka dropping deep, you could have Odegaard dropping deep, Kai Havertz drops as deep as the center line, and you're like, who are we going to give the ball to when, you know, we go past the first phase of play? Who is in the final third? Everyone was dropping deep to pick up the ball. And I was like, bloody hell. Eze doesn't do that. He does it at times, but very occasionally. Very, very occasionally. And when he does it, it's meaningful. So, with Eze, I really like his starting position. Because it means if Eze doesn't drop deep, Saka will not drop deep. And Gyökeres can't drop deep past Eze. He doesn't. So that means that when we go through the first phase of play, us to have about 4 players in the other final third for us to give the ball to and then progress quickly. Saka is always advanced now. Eze is advanced. Gyökeres is advanced. And you have Leandro Trossard, who is advanced as well. Because Arsenal have ball progressors. Timber is a good ball progressor. Skelly is a good ball progressor. So is Zubimendi. So is Declan Rice. And so is Saliba. So why are you dropping deep as Odegaard? Why are you dropping deep as Saka? Right? And that has changed with Eberechi Eze. He'll pick up those very uncomfortable pockets of space, especially in the middle, like a number 10 should. And because he's there, the defense, you know, and the midfield just can't go to press all of them. And because they can press all of them, their press becomes weaker and we can go through it. And because we can go through it, we can find the players in the final third easier. I love you, Eze. I really, really do. And that goal against Crystal Palace, well, I've got to talk about it. It was beautiful. Kepa, we haven't seen much. Don't want to judge him. And Piero Hincapié. You know, I tell you, I am very, very excited about the future of Piero Hincapié. Very, very excited. He's such, you know, he's been a name on the big stage for quite some time. I think Arsenal tried to buy Piero Hincapié after the World Cup of 2022 in Qatar. I think we tried to buy him after Qatar. Had a very, very good World Cup performance as well. And of course, that Bayer Leverkusen team, you could pick anyone from that team and it would still be okay. But Hincapié, we haven't seen much from him, can't judge him, but I bet he's gonna be a very, very good player. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.